Everyone ignored the poor boy. They laughed at his dreams. But one day, he did something that left the entire town speechless. In a small town surrounded by dusty roads and broken houses, there lived a boy named Daniel. Daniel had nothing. His clothes were old, his shoes were torn, and every morning before school, he helped his mother sell bread on the side of the road. People passed by him every day. Some looked at him with pity. Most didn't look at him at all. To them, he was just another poor kid, another boy with no future. At school, things weren't much better. While other children talked about vacations, new phones, and big dreams, Daniel stayed quiet in the corner of the classroom. Some students mocked him. "Look at his shoes," one boy laughed. "Do you really think someone like you can become anything?" another said. Daniel never argued. He never fought back. But inside his heart, he carried a dream so big that no one else could see it. Daniel wanted to become an engineer, not for fame, not for money, but because he wanted to build things that could help people like his mother. Every night after finishing his homework, Daniel sat under a flickering streetlight outside their tiny house. He didn't have a computer. He didn't have expensive books, but he had something more powerful: determination. While the town slept, Daniel studied. He read old science books he borrowed from a small, dusty library. He practiced solving problems again and again until his eyes burned with exhaustion. Years passed. Nothing around him changed. People still ignored him. They still believed he was just a poor boy who would never escape his life. But Daniel kept working, quietly, relentlessly. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. A large construction company announced a national competition for young inventors. The challenge was simple: create a solution that could help rural communities get clean water. Students from the best schools in the country entered the competition. They had expensive equipment, professional teachers, advanced laboratories. Daniel had none of those things. But when he heard about the challenge, his heart started racing, because he knew exactly what problem he wanted to solve. For weeks, Daniel worked day and night, using scrap materials he found in junkyards, broken pipes, old plastic containers, and pieces of metal. People who passed by his house laughed when they saw him working. "What is he doing?" someone said. "Another silly dream," another person replied. But Daniel ignored them. Finally, after weeks of effort, he finished his invention. It was a simple device, but powerful: a low-cost water filtration system made from recycled materials that could clean dirty water in villages. The day of the competition arrived. Daniel traveled to the city with his invention wrapped in an old cloth bag. When he entered the competition hall, he felt small. Around him were hundreds of brilliant students with advanced machines and professional presentations. For a moment, doubt filled his mind. Maybe they were right. Maybe he didn't belong there. But then he remembered his mother, standing under the hot sun every morning, selling bread so he could stay in school. And suddenly, Daniel stood a little taller. When it was his turn to present, the judges looked curious. A poor boy with scrap materials? But as Daniel began explaining his invention, the room slowly grew quiet. He didn't just talk about technology. He talked about people, about villages with no clean water, about children getting sick because they had no other choice. And then he showed them something incredible. His device worked perfectly. Dirty water went in and clean water came out. The judges stared at each other in surprise. Hours later, the results were announced. Hundreds of students waited nervously. When the host finally stepped onto the stage, the room fell silent. And the winner of the National Innovation Competition is... A pause. Daniel. For a moment, Daniel didn't move. He thought he heard it wrong. But then the crowd began clapping, louder and louder. The poor boy everyone ignored had just beaten the best students in the country. News of his invention spread quickly. Soon, organizations and companies wanted to support his idea. His water filtration system began helping villages across the country. And back in his small town, the same people who once ignored him now looked at him with respect. But the truth is, success didn't begin the day he won the competition. It began years earlier, on those quiet nights under a dim streetlight when no one believed in him, but he believed in himself.
Never underestimate someone just because of where they start in life. The world often ignores quiet dreamers, but sometimes those dreamers grow up to change everything. And remember this, it doesn't matter if no one believes in your dream. All it takes is one person who refuses to give up.